Hey guys. So, first of all, it's me, it's Anna. Hi, how are you? Welcome. If this is your first time here, you're very welcome. Um, I am the artist. I do all the things. Today, we are reinterpreting another card while I participate in the hashtag 78 Deep, which is a tarot challenge led by Leanna Line upon my request. I love learning about tarot. It's fairly new to me. I started out with angel and oracle decks a long time ago. I can't really remember how long ago, but it's been more than 10 years. So, with that being said, I'm learning tarot, and these challenges are really helping me out. And so, my chosen tarot deck is the Santa Muerte deck. And today, the issue is not so much with the card itself was good, unlike my previous, tarot rant, where I was called to draw a new one because the information didn't match the image, in my opinion. This time, I just wanted to depict it in the version that I saw it fit best. Now, here's, you know what? I'm not even going to tell you at the beginning. I'll tell you about it as it comes into the story. So I have this idea that I want to do a skeleton version of Sandro Botticelli's um, The Madonna. No, it's not. Well, it is a Madonna, but it's actually the birth of Venus, right? Where she's being birthed out of this shell, and um, she's like holding onto her hair, and there's like angels and like this lady coming to like her aid. Anyways, I wanted a mixture of that and a mixture of the symbolism, of course, from the R.W. Smith, you know, stuff, interpretation book. Uh, and so I sat down the other night and I was so excited to do it during the day. But the day got away from me, literally, because I'm a mom and I'm running around and I'm doing all the things. And so by the time I sat down to do it, like all of the excitement had kind of drained out of me, but I really wanted to do it on the day. So I did not like my first rendition. I completed it, left it alone, and then I woke up the next day and I was just like, I just can't. But I'm also nervous because I'm trying to overcome this this dread of doing a piece, an art piece, more than once. Like once I've done it in the past, I have feelings of completion. But this little project, this little endeavor of making these little cards, um, now all of a sudden I'm really invested in having not a full deck, but definitely a set. You know what I mean? There's gonna be more than just one or two at this point. Haha, wink, wink. So, anyways, so the next day I wake up, I have a talk with self, I do my card of the day, and then somewhere around mid afternoon, boom, inspiration hits, finally strikes. I pulled together my materials, and this little video came about. I sat down with all of the feminine energy. Do you see it? Do you see me surrounded by all the skeleton um, cards, helping me with structure and bones, and I'm used figure drawing was something that I picked up last year for the fun of it, And then, but now doing bones, I'm losing a complete layer. You know what I mean? And not gonna lie, there's a lot of freaking bones. So, I ended up just Googling like a skeleton, and that way I have my reference. On the iPad, I have that skeleton reference. I also have the actual RWS card for reference, and then because I don't own that deck, so I have to look it up. And then oh my god, this iPad is so annoying. I have to keep touching it. I know I can just change the thing, but God forbid I do it. Um, what else do I have on the phone? Oh, I also have the Botticelli. You know, the image. Anywho, I really love this little Page of Pentacles. By the way, she's I love her. So we're getting through this card, and well, I already told you that I really like it. And it ends up encompassing all of the, all of the meanings. Do you want me to read you some of the stuff that I wrote down in my journal for the day? I wrote down, well, my first impressions, because that's what I do. I write down my first impressions of the card. I wrote down it's just, a vibe. It's a feminine power and a clear show of abundance. Um, and then in the book, some key stuff was just like explosion of creativity, intuition, capable, abundance, and progress. And then open to love and beauty, receptive. Oh, the posture, the confident posture and attitude. I like that. Because, me and I sit in our little studio chair pondering all kinds of things, and we have good posture. We like to think that we have good posture. And then tap into Venus through creativity, self-love, time in nature. Now that spring is beginning, I cannot wait to, get out there and start walking my path. Although because I've had to walk a very different path with the dogs for work, um, I've taken it into great duty to look for that beauty in those walks also, because it's 4 walks a week usually, so we're out there for at least like an hour a week, so um and we're stalking the woodpecker. And okay, let me get back to my book. So yeah, so time in nature, it's um I end up doing an earth goddess, uh, what do you call it? Statue painting in my journal later on. Uh, Actually, it was the day before this, so. But on the day of the Empress, this Empress vibe really just threw me for a loop. And that's what I love about um, the tarot challenge. It gives my life structure, because usually when I get all this like creative energy and stuff, I don't know how to focus it or channel it. And so I become like this crazy stirred up like soda can, where I'm like just desperate to pop. Um, so this definitely gives me like, you know, an everyday place to drop some color or do some um, hand lettering, do some creative thinking, some thinking outside the box, some thinking of how to get myself out of the creative box. It's also reminding me that I have to get outside of the house, and actually go walk, go explore, go look for signs of spring. Um, and then just, yeah, use that raw divine wisdom from the highest priestess into manifestation, which is what the Empress is, right? She's a manifestation of that. Some of that high priestess wisdom, hence her little crown. Look at me go with all that little stars. They're so cute. So yeah, so then there was also some personal events that led me to start this list of tapping into creativity through, oh, so we're done now with like the drawing, so now we're going to start watercoloring, which is also sped up because all in all, this card, because I was being so uber careful with like bones and, you know, just bones. I didn't want to. If I messed it up a second time, I knew I wasn't going to go for it another time. So it had to be good the second time. And, you know, I love it, which is why we're here watching this happen right now. But yeah, I also took pictures of it in black and white. So, just in case. All right. So, anyways, tapping into the energy of Venus through creativity, like I really, really love that. And so it kind of started um, reminding me of like, okay, how do I start motivating people to like come and talk to me and hang out with me and like, um, how do we share more of this magical like connection, and how do I talk artsy stuff and like the chaos of creation, but also like talk about, um, moon intentions and chakra vibes and magic and intuition. You know what I mean? So I want a place that's kind of like, hey, remind me about self-care by setting aside some time to like, let's draw a tarot card together, or let's do a journal page together, or hey, let's meet up and do a monthly like new moon ritual, a little full moon ritual. um let's talk about all the things. Let's talk about like your local herbs. Let's talk about like your local fauna. Like what kind of grass do you grow on your lawn? Do you know that? I have no idea. Do you know at least 5 of your neighborhood trees? Maybe. Can you name 5 plants on your block? So these are like silly little things that I want to into. Deep, what did I say? Dive into, um, and expand my knowledge, my witchy, magical surroundings. I want to be more in tune. I want to be more aware. I want to be more present. Um, and through all of this practice, all of this stuff, all of these like, you know, rituals, find some healing. Find a circle with intuitive art, with, um, you know, some may call it a bit of a coven. And so if you wish to call it that, then join the coven of the Empress, of the creative vibes, of like-minded souls who are into all of the things and want to express their magic, not just through a little bit of spells and journaling and pictures and rituals and um, good intentions, gratitude. I mean, I don't know about you, but all of my manifesting magic and all of my growth and all of my general well-being is really, really rooted in how I approach my daily life, and that is with an insane amount of gratitude and an insane amount of affirmations and just positive vibes and just I'm not gonna I'm not gonna lie to you. There's plenty of times life gets me down and I'm worried and I'm, a human and I cry and then I jump right back into the magic and I jump right back into my little toolbox and I'm like, all right, what is gonna give me motivation? What is gonna give me inspiration to get out of this ucky feeling and bring something nice into my life. So um, I was having a great Tuesday was the day we got the Empress. That was a highly creative, highly chatty day for us. Those of us following the hashtag with Leanne. Very, it gave me enough inspiration that I got through the whole day and then just enough to carry me through to create my beautiful card, which I'm so happy because it did come together and she is just as I wanted her to be. And I'm proud, proud, proud. So, the this little list of all of these things that I want, I put it in my journal and I was just like, who knows what would come of it? I know personally this year that I want to know more about tarot. Clearly, I'm studying it. I want to set bigger intentions. I want to be more mindful about my moon intentions within my daily setup. I want to practice more daily tarot, not just when I'm doing the challenges. And I know there's a couple of super easy pages that I can incorporate to my monthly journaling spreads that would help me in those endeavors. And so it just felt so so duh, that then I started thinking, you know what, this is really more of a grimoire that I'm creating this year. There's so much in these pages, and since it is a public journal, there's very little that I cover up from you guys because I've grown quite adept at journaling in between the lines, for those of you who may want to sneak a peek. Anyways, my journal is so, so open like that. I was like, I really dig the idea of a grimoire of, all of this magic living in these pages. And so what if I open that up even further and through no fault of my own, I had a conversation with a dear friend and she was toying with an idea. And she threw two words at me in her conversation. And those two words sent me on a complete tailspin. And I was like, oh my gosh, yes. What if the world needs another creative coven with sacred ceremonies? And so I want to be that person. I want to bring my my magical friends together and give us a space to commune, to chat and express ourselves and ask questions and learn things and grow. And I'm doing the details now. We're almost done. Yeah. So if something like that really is, resonating with you, I considered myself an eclectic witch. I have for a very long time, but it turns out I forgot to tell anybody. And a couple of years ago, when I started sharing my divination cards here on YouTube, there wasn't much of you know, scratch your head kind of vibe. It all went kind of well. So I intend to bring a lot more of this kind of content right now because I'm doing the tarot challenge. There's going to be this kind of situation going on where we tackle cards. And then, but I also have a whole list, as I usually do, of new content, of new video ideas. And one of those, now that we are all moved and settled, is actually re identifying my entire crystal quartz family. Because yeah, we need to just re-identify. We need to dust them off. We need to get together. We need to get in touch with my rock babies and breathe some life into them. And ooh, it's almost time for vlog season. You guys know that as soon as it starts getting warm out and you know, the wind isn't like killing the sound, I can start filming outside. So that's going to be happening soon also. So many, many blessings. I am celebrating because I am showered with blessings.